Hello, welcome. This is Philip Cargom welcoming you to Tea with the Druid 259, brought to you by the Order of Bards, Ovates and Druids, live from Glastonbury. We're here in Glastonbury, and it's lovely to be with you. And it's great to see so many people here. Welcome to you from Nottingham and Vancouver and Northumberland and who else? Well, Northern Arapaho and Eastern Shoshone, Richmond, Virginia, Watford and Hertfordshire. Fantastic. All over the place. Gosh, lots and lots and lots. West Sussex by the Sea. Yes, Whidbey Island, Washington. Camano Island, Washington. Gosh, fantastic. So good to be here. And I'm here in Glastonbury. We're having fabulous weather. Let me quickly quit out of various applications that might go ping during our discussions, and we don't want that happening during a meditation. So, okay. So, yes, there's a wonderful word in French called bouleversé, which means to be kind of, it's hard to translate, but overwhelmed and astonished and full of energy and not quite, and you can see where it's going, can't you? I've just spent the weekend today doing a Living Treefully workshop with Pamela Meekings-Stewart, a lovely workshop we did focusing on the way, working with the metaphor of the tree, we can develop our creativity and our ability to achieve our goals and realize our dreams. And then the previous 2 days has been this fantastic gathering with people, members of the Order of Bards, Ovates and Druids from all over the world coming together. A couple of hundred of us meditating together, doing a ceremony up on the tour. We're doing workshops and all the wonderful exchanges that happen in cafes and restaurants and bars throughout the town. And in fact, I've worked out a way to show you some holiday snaps. But first of all, I want to hear how you're feeling. How you doing? If you tune in, we're all connected, and the whole palette and range of feelings and emotions and thoughts, I think, are with us when we have these meetings, and we all form part of this community of thought and feeling. So just tune in, check in with yourself. If there was one word to describe how you were feeling, it would be yum, and type it in. And it's really nice to kind of tune in and see where you're feeling. Sleepy, blissful, relieved, optimistic. Jay Messina was in Glastonbury. That's why you're feeling blissful. Frazzled, grateful, annoyed, good, calm, wonder-pressed. Wow. Incandescent, lost, refreshed, happy, sort of sad, energetic, tired, sad, joyful, balanced, lethargic, enjoying the good weather, small, regenerated, rejuvenated, a bit angry but hopeful, blissful, dreamy. Yes, the Glastonbury vibe, says Jamesina. At peace, but wishing I was there. Yes, content, unbalanced, feeling floppy, summer-filled, apprehensive, discombobulated. Soft, my heart feels soft. Too busy, grounded, a bit under the weather, curious, energized, fair to middling. Sounds like the start of a weather forecast, fair to middling. We could probably create some kind of weather forecast out of this. Focused, nostalgic, over in wherever it is, flowing with Margaret, happy with Elke, flowing, nostalgic, fair to middling. Fantastic. Okay, so I was thinking bouleversé is a tough one to translate, perhaps deeply moved, awed, overcome with emotion. Thank you, Mia. Yes, a very useful phrase. Bouleversé, grumpy, fatigued, spaced in a good way. Hello from Greece. Hello to Greece. Yeah, great. So I was sitting down, tuning in, preparing to be with you, and I was thinking, oh, I feel so bouleversé. I'm not sure what to say, what I feel. I'm just full of awe and joy and fatigue as well, because these have been very full days. It's a strong desire to be quiet, calm. But I tuned in, and this is what I got. You don't have to go it alone. I think this applies to all of us, this idea. You don't have to go it alone. You have friends. You just can't see them. That phrase, you have friends, you just can't see them, is one that we use in Lessons in Magic, the online course that I do. And it's opening up to this idea that however lonely you might feel, however cut off, however disconnected you might feel, the reality is that you're not alone. There are friends. If you want to get esoteric or spiritual about it, you can talk about guardian angels, the ancestors, benevolent spirits, nature spirits, who are all here supporting you. However you want to understand this idea, I think it's a really helpful idea. It came to me strongly when I was talking with somebody who had lost somebody they loved had died, and we were talking about death, and they said, of course, when you die alone. And suddenly this voice said inside to me, no, that's precisely when you're not alone. When you die, the illusion of separation, the illusion of being alone falls away from you. So when you die, you are welcomed into the family of creation that you never left and that you were never disconnected from, except in your mind. So you don't die alone. That's a powerful idea, and I was so glad I had the idea. The idea came to me. And when you realize you're not alone, you don't even have to claim ideas for yourself, because these ideas come from your friends in the invisible world, from your friends in the real world, from our friends here on this feed that's coming in, that we can see. So what can I say? So yes. Oh yes, I want to show you some snaps. I thought, let me see if I can work this technology just to show you. It's very little, unfortunately, because I didn't take many photos because I was kind of immersed in the event. But first of all, I'm going to show you a little movie because what I'm going to show you is last year when we gathered at Glastonbury, we included an amount of money, £10 on each ticket that we sold, to give for tree planting. And it turned out that the town of Glastonbury needed and wanted to plant trees. And we've been coming to Glastonbury for, well, the order has been coming for almost 60 years, something extraordinary. Newen first came here in 1964. So we have a long relationship with this landscape here and with the town. And so last year we gave £4,000 from the ticket money to the town of Glastonbury to plant trees. And I'm going to show you a film of the trees that have been planted. First of all, I'll show you film, then I'll show you photo. So here's a little film that I took on Saturday when we were going up the tour to do our summer ritual on the tour.
Ima,
Have you seen those trees planted on the lower field?
I've made a note of it actually.
Yes. And
they're the ones
that were planted.
The circle of trees planted by Kevin or that group.
Yes, funded by
the gathering last year.
Yes. Isn't that wonderful? There you go. I'll cut it. I'll show you just the first section. You would have missed that. Right at the beginning, you'll see a circle of trees. Right down in the corner. And now I'll show you a photograph, a still photograph of these. Here we go. Oh, it goes like that. Okay. There. So you see there a ring of 27 crabapple trees, and they're a special variety that flower at Beltane, and they've got sturdy wooden structures around each tree because cows and sheep come into that field, so they'll grow strong. And behind that slope you see there, that's Chalice Hill, where some people say the Holy Grail is to be found. It's a beautiful rounded hill like the belly of the goddess. And then this is the first field or meadow that you come to as you walk past Dion Fortune's old house along Wellhouse Lane. You come through the entrance there and you're at the bottom of the tor and you come to that. And over 50 years ago, I did a ceremony with Nguyen there in the order. And then we have held a ceremony there too. It's the perfect spot. And for me, this is a lovely example of the influence that we can have. We can do this as an order because there are so many members now that we can actually create something that is of value and is beautiful and lovely. Their next project, the land is owned by the National Trust. What they want to do is they want to plant 3 circles, which fits beautifully with the Druid idea of the circles of creation, the 3 circles. And the second circle is going to have 47 trees around it. And it'll be a different kind of apple tree that flowers at a different time. And then they're going to build a 3rd circle, and I've forgotten how many trees will be in that, but obviously more. Again, with a different kind of flowering apple. So we're going to try to raise the funds for these outer circles, these other circles. And for the winter gathering, we'll be raising funds for it, and for the following summer gathering in 2024 as well. So that was the first photograph I took, and I've only taken, I apologize, I've only taken 3 or so. There'll be lots on the OBOD Facebook and in various places, but here, this is 2 wonderful members who are forming the gateway, and we create this gateway and as you come up the tor, you go through this gateway and they give you blessings and you go through, and then the ceremony takes place on the other side. And then the next day, we spent the morning working on stories. And here were our storytellers. We had examples, we had short stories told by each of these storytellers, and to show us the kind of range of ways in which stories can be told and the degree of kind of personal input and variation that each storyteller, each bard can give. And then we broke up into smaller groups, into 3 different rooms. And then within those rooms, we broke into even smaller groups of half a dozen or so. And we then retold this story that we'd heard. And Ema taught us a particular way of doing this. So it was easy to remember, a series of scenes, if you like, and each of us had a turn in doing it. It was tremendous fun. It was fantastic, developing the storyteller within us. The night before, we had the legendary Eisteddfod, and here's just a photo of Willow Moon, this wonderful band that plays and sings beautiful music. So there you go. I wish I had more photos too, but now I've mastered how to use the technology and how to show photos. I'll be boring you for hours with photographs family snaps. So how do I get out of this? I do that. There we go. Yes. Let's have a meditation, shall we? I need to put the comments back on there. Yes. If you're in Glastonbury, you'll be able to conjure this up, quite vividly, probably. But if you weren't in Glastonbury, I'm going to invite you to come here now. So whether you're watching the recording or whether you're watching live now, why don't we all come together? There are about 254 of us here at the moment. Let's join together. There'll be many more at the end of in a few weeks' time when more people see. But let's all go to Glastonbury now. I can see my son is online watching this. He loves Tea with the Druid, and he's saying, "What? Yes, Lawrence, you can come to Glastonbury." Lawrence knows Glastonbury very well, so he'll be able to do this too. But just imagine that you're here by the magic of the imagination. You arrive in Glastonbury, and the sun is shining, and you see all the little shops and the cafes, but you're not tempted to go into them because you're going to Chalice Well Garden. You walk up the street, round, up you go, then around. I always forget the name of the streets, but around you go, and you come to Chalice Well, which is at the foot of the Tor, between the Tor and Chalice Hill. And you go in, and now we're walking in procession. A kind of hush has come over us, not one of those forced, restrained hushes where we think, oh dear, I have to be solemn, but just a sense of reverence, of awe. When I was in the botanical gardens in Edinburgh last week, I noticed how everybody walked around quietly because it's just so beautiful and you're in the presence of such beautiful trees. Same thing in Kew Gardens. Same thing here. You come into Chalice Well, and it's a beautiful, beautiful place with beautiful trees. And you can hear the water. And you go through the various levels, and they've planted the flowers in Chalice Well, in the garden, with the colors of the chakras. So you start with the base chakra and dark colored flowers and dark purples, and then traveling up, moving up the chakras with different colored flowers. And you start to approach the wellhead. And just imagine that you're sitting down around the wellhead, and you sense your companions together, and we make a circle around the wellhead and just sit. Some of us can sit on the benches there. Some of us can sit on those kind of parapets, others on the grass. And we're sitting in a circle around the wellhead. And if you haven't been there, this is the entrance for a well, and the lid is open so you can look down into the water. And the lid has a symbol of two interlaced circles, making a vesica piscis, this fish shape of where two circles meet. And so we're sitting around this well. And let's just tune in now to the spirit of this place. Everywhere we go on earth has a slightly different feeling. You can test this out yourself by just getting into a very receptive state and then just moving around where you live, your apartment or your house, your garden. You just move, close your eyes, tune in, move, close your eyes, tune in, and it feels different in different places. You might be picking up on the electromagnetic field in its variations. You might be picking up on different odors in different places. You might be picking up on memories, associations you have to those particular places, or perhaps even on incidences that occurred there that are somehow recorded in the energy body or the energy field of the earth, the etheric body. Whatever it is, whether it's gatherings of nature spirits, of different energies of different trees or plants. Everywhere feels different. And sitting around the well feels very special. If you ever plan to come to Glastonbury, do this. It's really worth spending time just sitting quietly by the well. This is the well of dreams. This is the well where you can make a wish. That custom of making a wish, of a wishing well, of throwing coins into a well, is a custom that goes back, way back to the time of the ancient Druids, who used to cast valuable objects, gold and silver and so on, into deep pools. There was something about that they knew about connecting with the depths, with water being connected with the goddess, with the other world, with the unconscious, with the source of all life. They knew that physically, of course, the source of life can be found in water. However we want to understand it, there's this strong connection between wishing, hoping, dreaming, and wells and water. So now is the time to make a wish if you want to. And when you've made your wish, when you've expressed your hope or your dream, your prayer or your desire, the trick is to let go of it. Don't hold on to it. Let it go into the well, travel down into the other world, and you let go of it. You don't have to think about it anymore. You just let go of it. By releasing it, you enable it to do its work. And so, having made our wishes, let's imagine now that we're holding hands. We stretch out our hands to either side so that we're sitting in a circle around the well, holding hands together. O Spirit of the well, O Spirit of this special place, if it be for the greater good, may our dreams be realized. May our wishes come true. May all life be blessed. May the land be blessed. And you squeeze the hand to either side of you, a little gentle squeeze, connecting, looking around the circle, connecting, feeling those around you. And then gradually let the hands go. Bring the hands to your heart, your chest. Feel the warmth. And that helps you to connect with your body as well. And as you feel that warmth in your chest, become aware of your physical body. Just gently allow your image of being by Chalice Well to fade as you become aware of being seated in front of your computer or laptop or telephone. So I think we're still connected. Somebody in one of the comments is saying that it's been disconnected. I hope not. If we are, I apologize. No, Catherine's saying thank you. That was lovely. So it sounds like we're still connected. We are connected, Morgan. Okay, lovely. I'm coming to Glastonbury in July, so I'll check out those trees. That's so nice to know. More trees, hurrah. I've planted a U-ball today, rescued from a garden centre discount section. Excellent. Yes. Yes, it felt very good to see that circle. That's why I wanted to show you the film. felt really good to see this kind of tangible. We've been coming to Glastonbury so often, doing so many meditations, so many visualizations. It feels really good to actually see some tangible manifestation of our presence, I suppose, of our contribution. Yeah. And let's hope we can do more. So wonderful to be with you, and have a wonderful week. And I look forward to being with you next week. Next week we'll be in Ireland, so that'll be a real pleasure to be with you then. In the meanwhile, much love, many blessings to you, and yes, may our dreams come true. Okay, bye. I look forward to reading your comments. I'm going to make a cup of tea now and come back and read them all. Okay, bye.